Hi, thanks for watching today's Astro Weather. What's happening with astrology, generally speaking, around the world and in the cosmos. It's Tuesday, the 29th of October, 2019. We are getting ever so close to Mercury retrograde, as I keep saying, but that's a bit like a thing called Brexit, which if you don't live in Britain, you might not be too bothered about. But there's actually now a Sky News programme which is called Brexit Free because everyone's absolutely sick of hearing, oh, what politicians do. Never mind. Today we are moving towards the moon in Sagittarius. It's coming in UK time 2 minutes to 10 tonight, 21:58. So then the plans are kind of big and bold and out there. It's actually a time when people can spring back from things a bit, but generally speaking it's about broadening the mind, or at least it should be. I'm a Sagittarius, and believe me, and well, you'll know if you're a Sagittarius, we don't always kind of end up with a broader mind as a result of what we try and do, but that's the way it's going. 21:58 tonight UK time, so I'm really not too sure, because we're now on we've finished daylight saving time last week here in UK, and I believe that's actually happening this weekend in the States and Canada. So I'm afraid, but it's something like 7, 8 or 9 hours behind, or a bit less than that, depending where you are in the world. Sorry, that's a bit vague, isn't it, really? But there we go. I will get back on track with that pretty soon. Life is like this, is it not, my friends? Things are always changing, and we never really know what's changing in other parts of the world. A lot of us don't even know what's changing in other parts of our own family. That's just the way it goes. The moon right now is 1.2% full, and she, of course, is still in Scorpio. There's a void in Scorpio coming up. Let me check that time again. That's actually going to be 5:34 p.m. UK time, so about 4 hours, in fact, maybe more like 4.5 hours, in fact, of void, of course, period. But there we go. It's kind of it's kind of quite late in the day in the UK, so I think by then everyone will be kind of cowering away in front of their nice warm heaters, because it's quite cold in UK at the moment. Mercury retrograde is actually going to station retrograde on Thursday the 31st. But before that, right, tomorrow actually, we've got a real nice alignment between where Mercury and Venus conjunct, where they join together. It's the last time this year that they're going to do that, and that's coming up tomorrow, so you might want to make some plans around that. It's a real great time for buying and selling, actually. I'm going to list a load of stuff on eBay tomorrow, because that's going to be a great time for it. But today we're not quite there yet. The Sun is sextile Saturn, stable transitions, beneficial delays. This is what I was talking about yesterday. If things aren't coming together as quickly as you would like, just don't worry about it, because when they do come together, it's going to be a much happier scene. It's going to be much more productive too. The moon is conjunct Venus right this minute. Now, this means that kind of relationships are sort of emotionally enhanced, is what it says in my chart. We see the deeper side to friendships and the meaning of life in that sense. People are kind of attracted to one another. People share their thoughts, share their feelings. It isn't always like that, is it? But it's certainly like that today, and particularly at this moment, actually. But as we move through today, we will see that increase and improve. And things happening in public are likely to go smoothly and be quite a happy sort of, have a happy conclusion to things. I think we're all going to be fairly cheerful by the end of the day. I certainly am, because I'm a Sagittarius, and it'll be my moon by then. You can't own the moon, can you? But it's a nice thought. Mercury is still void in Scorpio. That is a tricky one. It's been the way for a little while, but pretty soon Mercury will be in Scorpio, and then we'll go retrograde. So ups and downs, but there's a lot to be cheerful about today. A lot of kind of fairly good, pleasant conditions going on with things. I'm just going to refresh spaceweather.com, because there's some stuff going on. There's a general possibility of a CME. I can't remember what that is anymore, but yes, it's some coronal, a coronal mass ejection. That's it, and it's a strand of magnetism that flies off the face of the sun. It actually left the sun on October the 26th, but it's likely to hit us today or tomorrow, the 29th or the 30th of October. It's going to be a weak impact. probably going to cause some polar geomagnetic unrest, but that all plays into geopathic stress, that kind of thing. We're not looking at full-fledged G1 class geomagnetic storm though, which I actually thought we would be, so I'm quite pleased about that. No sunspots on the face of the sun. We really are having solar minimum at the moment. A very quick Bible quote today, right? I'm not going to do quotes every day because this is all meant to be about astrology, but I'm so drawn to this. This is from the Gospel of Mark. It's verses 23 and 24, and the scribes have come down basically to try and have a go at Jesus. The scribes were always trying to say, oh, you know, he goes against the law, he's no good. A bit like spiritualists get called, a bit like psychics get called, that kind of thing, you know. And it is through the prince of devils that he casts devils out, is what they say. And he speaks to them and says, how can Satan cast out Satan? And that's all I want to say, really. How can Satan cast out Satan? Sometimes we have ideas, sometimes we have beliefs which do us a lot of good, but other people just can't see the good in it. Stand up to those people, friends. Really stand up to those people. And whatever the Christian church might have to say, because they're the scribes in the modern day and age, if you ask me, whatever the Christian church might have to say about it, just don't sweat it. Keep on keeping on with what you believe in, my friends, because that is what's really important. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.